Hello friends, today we will study about the chapter Outcomes of Democracy. What is democracy? Democracy is a form of government in which rules are elected by the people, of the people and for the people. Or, you can say democracy is a form of government that allows people to choose their leaders. Why is democracy a better form of government? Point 1. Democracy promotes equality among people. Point 2. Enhance the dignity among people. Point 3. Improve the quality of decision making. Point 4. Provides a method to resolve conflicts. Point 5. It has its own ability to generate its own support. Accountability, responsive and legitimate government. Accountability or transparency. Point 1. Democracy and shows that decision making will be based on norms and procedures. Point 2. The citizens can check whether the government is working in accordance with the correct procedures or not. Point 3. Transparency. They have the right to examine the process of decision making. Second. Legitimacy. Point 1. A democratic government is a legitimate government which may be slow, less efficient. Point 2. Not always very responsive or clean, but it is people's own government. Point 3. People wish to be ruled by the representatives elected by them. Responsive. People want the government to pay attention to their needs, demands and issues which is required urgent notice. The basic parameters to evaluate democracy. Point 1. Regular, free and fair elections. Point 2. Open public debate on major policies and legislations. Point 3. Citizens' right to information about the government and its functioning. Which one is better form of government? Democratic government or non-democratic government? Let's compare these two in detail.
Voltex.
Democratic and non-democratic. Point 1. In democratic government, people elect their rulers and have right in decision making.
Voltex.
While in non-democratic, people do not elect their rulers and have no right in decision making. Point 2. The parliament is a separate body and has no interference of army. While in non-democratic, the parliament cannot pass a law about the army without the consent of the chief of the army.
Voltex.
Economic growth and development.
Voltex.
I think you may familiar what this picture is depicting. Yes. This is the disparities between rich and poor in 2000 and 2006. In class 9th you had studied about dictatorship, but still, let's differentiate between democracy and dictatorship.
Voltex.
Democracy and dictatorship. It is defined as government by the people. People can choose what is good for them. It lies in the hand of the people. People can create change and enact the laws. This governance allows people to be free. While in dictatorship it is one ruling entire nation. Dictators choose what is good for people. It lies in the hands of the dictator. Law is created by the dictator with no say of the people. This governance dominates the people. If we go back for the 50 years between 1950 and 2000, dictatorship have slightly higher rate of economic rate as compared to democracy. But this alone cannot be the reason to reject democracy.
Voltex.
As you had studied in economics, economic development depends on several factors, such as countries' population size, global situation, cooperations from other countries and economic priorities.
Voltex.
Yes. We can expect democracy do not lag behind dictatorships in this respect. Hence it is better to prefer democracy as it has several other positive outcomes. Reduction of inequalities and poverty. Our expectations are: democracy reduces the economic disparities, it equitable the distribution of wealth, but the actual record is democracy ensures political equality but falls short on economic. There is a gap between rich and poor. To conclude, democratically elected governments do appear to be as keen to address the questions of poverty as you would expect them to. For example, Bangladesh, more than half of the population lives in poverty.